Hey guys, John Eichberger with the Fuels Institute here for another edition of The Commute. This time we go back to the cult classic film The Breakfast Club and use that movie's anthem from the band Simple Minds, Don't You Forget About Me, to talk about gas prices. Now, gas prices have not been in the news a lot lately because, quite frankly, they've been relatively low. In fact, it's been more than a year since the national average retail price closed in on the $3 per gallon mark. When prices are stable and modest, they don't attract a lot of attention. But we must not forget that the impact gas prices have on consumers and sentiment and behavior can be very significant. Now, of course, timing is everything. And 2 days after we published this blog, Saudi Arabia's oil infrastructure was attacked. That put fuel right back on top of the news cycle. And if we look at history, that tells us when what happens to crude oil will also affect prices at the pump. If we look at the U.S. Energy Information Administration data, on average over the past 15 years, 60% of the retail price of gasoline could be attributed to the price of crude oil. But that percentage climbed as high as 80%. That was back in December 2011, and crude oil back then averaged close to $110 per barrel. We don't know what impact events in Saudi Arabia will have on the price of crude oil in the long term. But if we look at history, it can help us better understand the relationship between crude oil prices and retail gasoline prices. For insight into this historic relationship and how pump prices affect consumers, check out our most recent blog, Don't You Forget About Me, at fuelsinstitute.org. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time on The Commute.